You don't fear the future, you fear not surviving it. And money became the symbol you attached that fear to. Not because money is powerful, but because uncertainty is. There was a time when safety meant shelter, fire, and trust. Now it is measured in numbers, screens, balances, and deadlines. The soul was never taught this language, so it panics. Money promises control. Control over time. Control over pain. Control over tomorrow. But control was never real. It was only believed. The futures never belonged to you, yet you blame yourself for not owning it. The mind clings to money because it fears chaos. It believes, if I have enough, I will be safe. But enough keeps moving, and safety never arrives. So, anxiety becomes permanent. Money does not create fear. Fear chooses money as its home. If money vanished tomorrow, fear would find another place to live. Because fear is not about lack, it is about distrust in life. Notice something. The future you fear has not happened, yet your body reacts as if it already has. You suffered events that never arrive. This is how fear steals time, by making you live in imagined endings. The soul does not panic over numbers. It does not understand markets. It does not calculate years. The soul only asks one question. Am I aligned? This alignment feels like danger. You misinterpret it as money fear. You were not meant to spend your life surviving, but survival became identity. Productivity became worth. Rest became guilt. And money became the judge of whether you deserved peace. Even with more money, the fear remains, because fear is not cured by accumulation. It is cured by trust, and trust is what modern life forgot. Trust feels irresponsible to a wounded mind. The mind says, what if it fails? What if I fall? What if I don't have enough? The soul replies quietly, what if you were never abandoned? You fear running out of time because you believe time is limited, but time is not your enemy. It is your teacher. The future does not punish you, it reveals you. Money reflects your relationship with uncertainty. If you fear money, you fear the unknown. If you obsess over money, you fear surrender. Money is not the problem. It is the mirror. You believe peace must be earned. That rest comes after security. That calm arrives after certainty. But peace was never a reward. It was your natural state, before fear trained you otherwise. Here is the truth no one tells you. The future has always been unsafe, yet life continued. People loved, Children were born. Joy survived uncertainty. You are not facing a new danger. You are facing reality without illusion. The soul does not promise wealth. It promises presence. It does not say, "You will have enough money." It says, "You will not be alone." You fear money because you fear being unsupported. But look back. How many times did life carry you when you did not know how? That was not luck. That was relationship. The future suffocates when you grip it. Release does not mean recklessness. It means humility. It means admitting you were never in charge. And strangely, that is where peace begins. The soul does not demand certainty. It asks for honesty. Honesty about fear. Honesty about exhaustion. Honesty about control. When honesty arrives, fear loses its disguise. Money is a tool, not a promise, not a god, not a guarantee. When money returns to its place, the future loosens its grip and breathing becomes possible again. You do not fear money, you fear trusting life. And yet, life has never stopped holding you. The future does not need to be safe for you to be at peace. It only needs you to be present. You plan obsessively because planning feels like safety. Spreadsheets replace trust. Calculations replace surrender. But planning was never meant to become prayer. Life responds to presence, not prediction. You fear losing money because you believe stability should last. Nothing in life was designed to remain fixed. Even mountains move, slowly, invisibly. Why do you demand permanence? From numbers, you feel poor, not because you lack, but because you compare. Someone else's timeline became your measurement. Comparison turns abundance into anxiety. The soul has no neighbors, only a path. Money feels heavy when it carries identity, family, future, and self-worth. No single tool was meant to hold that burden. Money collapses under expectations it never asked for. You resist rest because stillness exposes fear. When movement stops, the mind panics. But exhaustion is not virtue. It is distance from your own center. Failure terrifies you because you confuse it with rejection. You believe life will abandon you if you fall. Yet life has always grown from falling forward. The soul learns by breaking illusions. You judge yourself by income, productivity, outcomes. Worth becomes conditional. Humanity becomes transactional. The soul does not calculate value. It recognizes essence. Enough never arrives because fear moves the finish line. When you reach one number, fear invents another. Peace cannot be achieved by chasing safety. It is remembered by releasing it. Trust is not ignorance. It is intimacy with uncertainty. It means walking forward without pretending you know. The future responds differently to those who listen instead of demand. Money exposed your fear, but fear exposed your forgetting. You forgot that life is relationship, not transaction. When you remember that, the future softens, and what once felt unsafe becomes unknown, not threatening. The future feels unsafe when you believe you must control it. Peace begins when you remember you were never alone.